Hello, today's Sunday and I'm filming another what I eat in a day video. I've just entered the third trimester. I'm 27 weeks and 1 day today. So feeling great. If you're wondering, I'm going to film another pregnancy update in around 10 days. So I woke up at 6:30. I'm being really good these days with going to bed early and waking up early. I just love the way it makes me feel. And when I woke up, I had a banana, some almonds, well, a handful of almonds really, and my rooibos tea. Then I was still hungry, so I also had some unsweetened organic yogurt with blueberries and some palm syrup. Palm syrup is like a very traditional Canarian thing. It's actually grown here in the neighboring island of La Gomera, and it's organic and it's so good. It's probably my favorite sweetener together with coconut sugar. From week 27, from the beginning of the third trimester, I'm supposed to get 300 calories extra a day, so that's what I'm trying to do. And now I'm ready to go and exercise, but before that I'm going to put my porridge to boil, or my oatmeal if you are from America, and it takes around 15 minutes for it to be ready. So by the time I finish my exercises and stretches, porridge is going to be ready for me to eat. And afterwards I'm going to insert the clip of my workout. It's going to be 15 minutes and it's a really cool boot camp program that I'm doing right now from the Workout Trainer apps, as always. And this one is actually, it has a lot of kickboxing moves, which I love, lots of kicking and boxing, so it's going to be loads of fun. So here's what I do for the porridge. These days I'm not using any milk, I just use water, and I add milk later when it's ready. I'm going to show you how I do that. So I add a glass of rolled oats, that's for both my husband and I, 2 glasses of water, and of course some salt. And the strange thing is that I don't really want to add any raisins in there anymore. I used to all the time, but now I just don't like it anymore. I prefer it to be really plain, just salty with some milk at the end. And that's really my favorite way to do it. So then I'm just going to leave it cooking for 15 minutes while I exercise. And it's really the most effortless and the most nutritious breakfast out there. Workout complete, lovely hair. It was really amazing though. So this is what I do, just add a little bit of milk. Not much, just a bit, to thin it out and mix it. And this gives perfect temperature because the porridge is hot. It's just finished cooking and then the milk is cold, but the combination of the two is perfect. My husband usually puts some coconut sugar in. I don't. I like it plain like this. I'm also going to prepare something for the dessert because on the weekends sometimes, not always, we make desserts. And as we are in the middle of a strawberry season, I'm going to make strawberries with fresh whipped cream with coconut sugar. But I need to prepare strawberries for that. So I'm going to mix the strawberries with a bit of lemon juice and some coconut sugar to release all the juices, and they're going to taste absolutely delicious. Just look at these beauties. They're so perfect, and they're grown just maybe 50 kilometers to the north from where we live. So they're super fresh. They're so delicious. And of course, before I chop up the rest of them, I'm going to keep these 3 beauties for me to eat right now because I love them. The interesting thing is that before I got pregnant, for the last couple of years, I wasn't able to eat them. I found them too sour. They were really upsetting my teeth and my mouth. But being pregnant changed everything. I crave salty things and I really crave strawberries, and they don't cause any issues to me at all. So I'm going to enjoy them while I can. Wow, look at this bomb. It's so beautiful. The strawberries are all chopped. Now I'm just going to add some coconut sugar. Probably around a tablespoon, and a little bit of lemon juice. And then I'll just leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours until our lunchtime. And now I'm going to edit a video while drinking my fake coffee. It's my discovery of the whole pregnancy probably. When I was in Lithuania, my mom was drinking it all the time because she can't have caffeine, just like me. We're too sensitive to it. So she showed it to me and I brought 2 big bags back to Tenerife because I love it so much. The packaging looks like this. The brand is called Inca, and I had no idea what it was, but I googled it, and it's a legendary Polish brand from 1980s, exported pretty much around the whole world. And if you have any Eastern European Polish stores in your area, apparently you can get it there for 2 or 3 euros or dollars. So in Lithuania I got it from Lidl, and it was like €1.30 for the whole bag, and it lasts forever. And it's made of mostly grains, rye and barley. There's a tiny bit of chicory, something like 4 or 5%. Chicory is not really safe for pregnancy, but in such a small amount is perfectly fine. And it says on the back that it's good for pregnant women and children from 3 years old. I just love the taste. It tastes exactly like regular soluble coffee, and I add a bit of milk, a bit of coconut sugar, and it's just perfection. It's time to make lunch, and today it's actually sunny and warm, so I fancy some salad, and I decided to make a kind of Greek-inspired salad with some tomatoes, lettuce. Also for protein I'm going to add some tuna, some feta cheese and boiled eggs. Now I know tuna is not the best fish to eat when you're pregnant, but it's perfectly safe to eat a couple of times a week or so. I personally eat it probably once every couple of weeks, so it's totally fine. So I laid out all the ingredients I'm going to need for this salad. I'm going to need these beautiful tomatoes right from the farmer's market. I have some leftover avocado from the other day, also some leftover yellow pepper, which is a huge source of vitamin C, so I love adding some raw pepper to my salads. I have some organic feta cheese, some olives. These are actually Italian and they taste so good. I love them. For herbs, I'm going to use some parsley, some dill, also some spring onion. I also have some romaine lettuce, 2 little cans of tuna, some cucumber. I'm going to boil 3 eggs. And for dressing, I'm going to use this beautiful local olive oil, which is actually grown around maybe 10 kilometers away from us, up in the mountains. It's so good. And also some lemon juice. Okay, so the eggs are sliced with my fancy egg slicer. I'm going to just put them on top of the salad. Not going to mix it with everything. And then I also sliced or chopped some cucumbers. That's just for myself on the side because my husband hates them. So I'm the only one who likes them in this household. And all the salad is ready. I just need to dress it now. I use around maybe a tablespoon and a half for each person. And because I use Vita, which is really salty, I'm not going to use any additional salt. Some lemon juice and black pepper. I love the salad because of so many different colors in it. Literally the colors of spring, because spring has already arrived here in the Canary Islands. I swear I lost my head somewhere because I actually put a whole half tomato inside without slicing it. Pregnancy brain. So this is my salad ready with all the tomatoes, eggs. Pregnancy brain is really bad today. With all the eggs on top and the cucumbers, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Right, time to make the whipped cream. Just going to add some beautiful coconut sugar. Probably around a couple of teaspoons, I would say. That should be enough. Now let's mix it up and let's taste it. Perfect. So now I'll just whip it up. Here we go, the cream is ready. And as always, I whipped it a bit too much. I just missed the moment when it was just perfectly creamy. So now it's almost like butter, but nevertheless tastes amazing. Strawberries are nice and soft. They have released their juices already and they taste divine. So this is my healthy homemade dessert. It's just beautiful. And for dinner I'm going to cook a very simple pumpkin soup that really has just a few ingredients, but is so good and really quick to make as well. It's going to take me around 40 minutes from start to finish. And these are all of the ingredients I'm going to need for the soup. So of course some pumpkin, which has such a beautiful color, and then some onion, it's just a medium onion, some red lentils. I'm going to cook everything on some olive oil and butter. And the final step is adding a bit of gorgonzola cheese for some lovely creaminess and stronger flavor. Gorgonzola is not exactly safe eaten raw when it comes to pregnant women, but I'm going to add it a few minutes before the soup is finished, so it's going to cook through and it's going to be perfectly safe. And at the same time I'm working on another recipe. This is my homemade focaccia pugliese, which is focaccia from the Puglia region in Italy. It's amazing. It's a new recipe I'm working on, and as soon as it's finished I'm going to share it with you. So we're going to eat this focaccia bread with a soup and it's going to be amazing. And then these cherry tomatoes that I've just cooked are going to go on top of the focaccia in around an hour. So step one is cooking the onion in the butter and olive oil mixture for around 5 minutes. Next step is adding the pumpkin. I'm also going to add a cup of the red lentils. Then I also added just enough water to cover all the ingredients. I'm also going to add some sea salt and some black pepper. Also a couple of bay leaves. Generally I would also add some kind of spices, but today I really don't feel like anything apart from the bay leaves and some black pepper. Sometimes less is more, and simplicity is always the best thing, isn't it? So now I'm just going to cover it, half cover it, bring it to a boil, and then cook for around 35 minutes or just until the red lentils cook through. And now it's time to add some gorgonzola. Look at this beauty. Let's pop it in, and I'm really not adding too much of it, probably just, as you can see, just a half of the package. That should be enough because the taste is so strong. And the final step is blending it with this device here. Everything's ready for us to eat. The soup is lovely and creamy, and honestly with the gorgonzola it tastes so much better than any simple pumpkin soup. It's just so good. And the focaccia has just come out of the oven as well. Look at this. Hopefully very soon I can share the recipe with you as well. This is our dinner ready. The focaccia came out amazing.
Stella.
Super amazing. It's so soft. And let me try to... Oh, I can't do that. That's how soft it is. It's so nice. And the soup is exquisite as well. So we're going to tuck in right away. And this one really wants some soup as well. Or focaccia. Probably focaccia. She's a bread lover like all of us, isn't she? Giulietta! That's it for today's food. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Bye-bye!